But, guys, you talked about it. Big story over the weekend that bled over into today. It was reported on Friday evening by Mark Stein, friend of the show, that the New York Knicks were planning on reaching out to the Dallas Mavericks about interviewing Jason Kidd for their vacant head coaching position, that he's one of the guys that they've targeted to replace Tom Thibodeau. Flash forward to Monday morning, ESPN's Brian Windhorst said on television that the feeling is mutual, that if Jason Kidd were to be granted permission to speak with the Knicks, he would love to have that conversation about being the next guy in Gotham.
I got news for you.
What's that?
If you're the Knicks, don't do it. Don't do it. The Knicks need to be childless. They don't need a kid on the bench. I'm telling you. Jason Kidd has had ample opportunity. He's had nothing but teams filled with stars. The Nets, KG, Paul Pierce, Joe Johnson. What'd they get? Nada. He had Giannis in Milwaukee. What did he get? Nada. In Dallas, Luka and Kyrie. Nada. And now you want to send him to the Knicks? Don't do it. Knicks, don't. He's at fourth. This will be his fourth team with star players. His basket is empty. It has a hole in it. Don't do it. Go get you a coach that's a proven winner. Michael Malone. Go get Michael Malone. Stop hoping and wishing. And if you're going to do this, you could have kept Tibbs. If you're going to do, he has the same thing. Tibbs hasn't won. Kidd hasn't won. And guess what? Jason Kidd has had better players in his coaching career. This would be a mistake. No Kidd. I wouldn't do it. I think the Knicks would be crazy, Kelvin. Jason Kidd's been around for a long time. I'm not saying that he can't coach, but if you're going to make such a move, go get me somebody who's done it, been there, done that, has a resume that you can look at and go, dude, this guy knows what it takes to win a championship. And that's what the Knicks are looking for.
The one area I agree with is if you're going to get rid of Tibbs, you think you're going to get a super next level up guy. And the only couple of points where I disagree with you, one, I think you're selling Jason Kidd short in a couple areas. You brought up that Nets team. That was a geriatric team. He was the same age as KG, Paul Pierce, and all of them. They were a geriatric old team, well past their Celtic time. That's why they all went to the Nets. That was the end of the run for them. Now, they should have never traded for them, but obviously he's not the general manager, president of the team. But so that team was too old to say he didn't win with them. And then with the Bucks, they were heading in the right direction, and they just chose to get rid of Jason Kidd.
Oh, so he was so good with Giannis, they got rid of him. Is that what you're telling me? Okay,
then he goes to the Mavericks. And he gets to the NBA Finals, and you're feeling good about the situation going in this year. You're feeling like, all right, if guys are healthy, we got a shot. We got Luka, we got Kyrie, and we got some other pieces. We got Lively. And then they decide to trade him, Luka, without having consultation with Kidd, letting him in on it. So obviously it's a
He's a coach. He's not a front office person.
Right, but you usually talk to your coach, especially a guy that massive. Maybe it's a middle of the night, 8th man, 9th, 10th man on the bench. I get that. Luka's superstar, he's in those conversations. Now, if you're the Knicks, part of the reason why you want to go get Jason Kidd is because you want to go get him because of his relationship with Jalen Brunson. You say, all right, they seem to be, the reports are they're still very close, good friends. And he obviously is a point guard who has worked with other guards. And you think maybe he can get the best out of Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson at this point is probably a top 10 player. And now you can get the best out of him to work with Karl Anthony Towns. And you say, hey, we've got some talent in this thing. And I think another reason why this could work is because the Eastern Conference is the lesser conference when it comes to the two. So I think you're saying, hey,
if that's the case, then you could have stuck with Tibbs.
Right,
I mean, that logic doesn't work.
Whatever
for me.
reason they don't want to stick with Tibbs. I said that they could have just stuck with Tibbs.
No, Tibbs didn't deserve to be there, but I don't get where the Jason Kidd fascination comes in. I really don't. But this is not his first job, or you brought it up. Oh yeah, maybe or whatever, like his second job. It's like Monty Williams when he went to the Pistons, right? Oh, they paid him a ton of money. Let's go get Monty Williams. They went to the finals. Monty went to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
awful. He didn't want the job, took the money, and it wound up being what? A total disaster, right? Just because Monty Williams went to a finals with the Suns. He actually, if you look at what went on there, they didn't want him. That's why he was available. They had gone to the finals. They were up 2-0, and they didn't win another game, right? How did he go from winning 2 games, the first 2 games of the finals, to being persona non grata in Phoenix? That's all I'm saying. Like, don't fall for that. And no one's going to be knocking down Monty Williams' door right now at this point. Not after what went to Detroit.
All that money he made and everything, didn't do anything with it. But I think the Knicks are looking at Jason Kidd again as a really good coach who has the ability to already has a relationship with Jalen Brunson, who can maybe get Jalen Brunson to that next level. You see what the year 2 experiment with Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson is. We haven't seen that. This was the first year they're trying to find their way. They got all the way to a game and a half of the finals. So now you see what you got there. And again, I mentioned the Eastern Conference Final. Boston ain't going to be Boston right now. We know that. Garland's going to be out another 4 to 5 months with Cleveland, so you're missing some pieces there. And then, obviously, there's some teams that are middling. What will the Pistons be? Will the Pacers be this good again? And you feel like you're right there in the mix if you're the Knicks, and you feel like he might be able to be that missing piece as long as you do your job over the summer and maybe fill out the roster a little bit more. So I think Jason Kidd is highly interested because I think his love is lost with that new ownership and Nico Harrison also with the Mavericks. So I see why Jason Kidd is open to this new opportunity.
I don't see why the Knicks would be. That's what I'm talking about. The Knicks are the ones that
because
are not
Mike
Jason
Malone,
Kidd. Jason Kidd, people are always interested. Oh, somebody wants me. Oh, there's more money. Oh, it's a bigger market. I understand why Jason Kidd would be interested. I'm going to stay in Dallas? Come on. Dallas or New York? I mean, I don't think
well,
that
if I
there's
had Luka,
okay?
I'd stay in Dallas.
Okay, but that doesn't mean,
right.
I'm just saying, like, somebody wants you and they're going to offer you more money and a bigger contract, okay? Like, that's what you do if you're a coach. He played in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. He was a coach at the Nets. I mean, he knows what it is. It's bigger. Everything is bigger. But if I'm the Knicks, I'm not interested.
But what Myers is I understand Mike Malone won a championship, but I don't get Mike Malone as this amazing coach quite as you do. He's a good coach. I have nothing negative about him.
And Jason Kidd is
what?
But I'm just saying, and Jason Kidd's what? What? Give me what
I'm going to tell you. If you feel like that's your guy, if you feel like he has a relationship with Jalen Brunson, if you feel like he's the one that can get Brunson to be locked in step for the next few years, but Mike Malone did nothing, won a ring, did nothing. Like he's done nothing. He doesn't have a reputation for winning all the time.
Yes, he does.
He does not.
He's considered.
He has a ring, and that's it. He never made it to any other finals. He was below 500 for quite some time.
No, he wasn't. He was considered one of the best coaches.
I'm not even hating on him, but I'm saying you're making like you got to go get Phil Jackson.
No,
you got to go get
for an organization that hasn't won a championship since 1973. This is not the place where I want somebody who maybe might get there. If I'm already going to fire a coach who can't get there, I don't want another coach who's going to be on his 4th job who can't get there. There's somebody available.
Okay, there's somebody. I'm okay with the somebody.
There's somebody available who's actually won a championship.
I'm okay with all I'm saying. I'm okay with the somebody. It's just you're still in your search. But I don't feel like Mike Malone is the guy. I don't think Mike Malone is as coveted as you think he is.
He's better than Jason Kidd. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in my mind. Who's a better coach?
He ain't did nothing, and he got one ring to win. That's literally
Jason
it.
Kidd has done nothing either in 3 jobs.